Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ksenia. I make videos for people who are going through the family immigration process. In today's video, I'm going to talk about two very important updates from USCIS. The first update has to do with the medical examination requirements. Last week, USCIS announced that the medical examination form I-693 is required with your original submission of the form I-485. So before this update, a lot of applicants chose not to send it initially with their adjustment of status packet and simply waited for USCIS to send them an RFE for this medical or wait to bring the medical exam to their green card interview. The lockbox facilities where you submit your adjustment of status application is the pre-processing center to make sure that you have submitted all the necessary forms, that your applications are properly signed, that you submitted the filing fees for your forms. Prior to this update, the lockbox facilities, even if you were missing the medical exam, would still continue to accept your applications, granted if everything else was all set, and then they would forward your applications to the appropriate service center for continued processing of your file. But now with this update, the lockbox facilities will start rejecting your applications if they do not contain a medical exam, and that is to avoid USCIS spending time and resources on issuing RFEs in your case. So the lockbox facilities would be the ones to pre-process your case and eliminate those delays. So if you are missing a medical exam, instead of forwarding your case to the service center, they will now just reject your packet, send the entire thing back to you, and then you would have to resubmit it when you have your medical exam ready. Keep in mind that in the beginning of this year, USCIS did announce that the medical exams no longer have an expiration date. You can get your medical exam done at any time while you are still getting your adjustment of status paperwork ready, and then submit everything together once it is done. You may have gotten confused about the portion of that announcement that has to do with the partial medical examination, and that has to do with applicants who have already completed a medical exam in their home country prior to arrival in the United States. Usually this would be the case for fiancé visa applicants who have to go through a medical exam before they receive their fiancé visa. For these kinds of adjustment of status applicants, all they will need to submit is the portion of that medical exam which contains the vaccination record. Now let's talk about the second update that has to do with the forms that USCIS has updated. And by the way, if you would like to stay up to date anytime USCIS changes their forms, you should definitely sign up for USCIS form updates. It is a fairly simple and quick process, so definitely do that, especially if you are just now beginning your entire green card process. I think that this would be very useful for you. For the viewers of my channel, the following forms have been updated that you will need to be aware of, and that is the form I-485 and all of the affidavit of support forms I-864, I-864A, and I-864EZ. In addition to that, the form I-864W is no longer necessary for adjustment of status applicants. If you are eligible to use the exemption from the affidavit of support, you now no longer have to fill out an additional form I-864W, and instead, the exemption from affidavit of support questions are now included directly in the new I-485 version. But with that said, you still will have to attach evidence of why you are exempt from the affidavit of support filing. The form I-864W is still available on the USCIS site for applicants who are going through the consular process. If you are required to file 864W, you still would be able to download it from the USCIS site, fill it out, and submit it to your SEAC portal. I will make updated guides on all of these forms, but do keep in mind that you are still allowed to use prior versions of these forms until February 10th, 2025. These new updated versions will be required after February 10th, 2025. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet to stay updated with the form guides. So I hope that you found these updates useful. I hope you have a fantastic holiday season, and I hope to see you guys in my next videos. Bye!